Driven.Mehendisis says welcome. Driven.Mehendisis says hello. Driven.Mehendisis says okay. Driven.Mehendisis says, are you ready to rumble?
Welcome back to Driven by Me, and it's been a weekend without live stream, and now I'm back with a few days. That's fine. I'm okay with it because I don't know if the views are driven by the my absence, because sometimes when I don't stream for quite a bit, the new video and the new live stream gets more views. Is my microphone working? It seems. There first. Oh. There we go. So today is the wakefulness with the bed, interaction with the bed and wakefulness. I started correcting the file, changing the names, but I thought, oh, I might do this in live stream. It would be better. So a little talk before we start. Little talkie, walkie-talkie. Where's my pencil? What can I say? Like when there's a little talk of anything else. And I don't know, I didn't think of something so far. I have a list, but I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure. I will do it anyway. But first I thought to go back to talk back about the speed of light. Just a bit. Just a little bit. So I wanted to clarify something. So I said one time, oh damn, pencil is not set up. Wacom property, Krita, mapping. Come closer to me. Portion. There we go. Something like that. You don't see, but pretend. Okay. So I said, if you are on the planet and you are a little character on the planet. And I said, like, if your mass is getting near zero, you will see the world, the people around you go faster, like very fast, and grow old. But that's a bit wrong. It does if you start to, from the speed you are right now, and you start losing mass gradually, and the other way around, you start losing mass. So this is mass and time, and your initial mass drop over time. That there, and then your speed go up near the speed of light. C. But yeah, that's, you will see the world go faster if it happens gradually over time. But light does not change over time. The speed of light does not change over time. It's a constant. The constancy. And since it's a constant, you won't gain, your mass won't go down over time. You won't go faster over time. I think it's different for electron. Electron and positron. I think this is the symbol for positron. Positron symbol. Let's see. Because an electron is negative. Okay, no, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's just that there's another symbol. It's some kind of B like that. But it's rather electron like this, which is a positron and an electron. Because by nature we see electron negatively. We assign a negative sign because it's rejected by the nucleus of the atom. We could have put positive, but if we have done this, then the nucleus will have been negative. It's just a symbol to say that those repulse each other. Repulse, they attract each other. It's just a symbol. It means nothing. So the positron occurs in antimatter. So a version where the nucleus is negative. And if those two meet each other, they annihilate, they destroy each other. And the same for those two, I think. But yeah, returning back to your instantly go to the speed of light. You pass from, there is no progression. Go to the constancy. And what the difference is, you won't see people getting older around you and going fast around the planet. What you will see is that your speed will go to the speed of light. You will be stopped at some point in time later, and your speed will return back to what it was, and you will be in the future. And as I said, I've shown you that's what is happening in the example I did. Damn it, what's going on? there. You don't travel if you are a photon of light. You don't travel in this space from this planet to this planet. Travel there. If you are a photon of light, you travel in time. Second frame, third frame, fourth frame, and you hit the other planet. So it's the same thing if you are on the planet here and you you suddenly go at the speed of light, you will disappear from reality and you will appear later in time. And that's why you don't see people going faster and getting old. And for the same thing for them, they won't see you going to the speed of light. They will see you disappear and appear later in time, the same age as you were. So the light is really traveling through time. It's not traveling in space. And let's say there's other people trying to catch you here while you go 300 million kilometers per second, the speed of light. In 1 second you are there at 300 million meters later, and they catch you here. But they don't catch you here in space, they catch you here later in time. The same thing. And this is also one of the reasons why the double slit experiment is badly understood. They say like, okay, the first one was with photon of light, and the photon was interacting with the single photon was interacting with himself to draw a wave pattern on the receptor. And the thing is, they say, okay, but we wanted to know in which slit it passes, so we put a detector that check in which slit the single photon pass. But I think this occurred when they put this in a vacuum and they send electrons, which is with electron have mass. They have mass and they are a particle of matter. They are a particle of matter, contrary to photon, which is light particles. And the photons, both of them are represented with a wave equation. They act like wave when they go at this speed. And the issue is, they say, oh, we put a detector and now it's returning back at doing a matter pattern instead of wave pattern. But the issue is that they catch in time. They interfere with it the same way you would interfere. Someone would interfere with you. For the electron, it's the same moment, the photon and the electron. So it's catching. It's thinking the scientists, the scientist, because in French we say scientific. We say un scientifique. I lose my French. Un scientifique. So, yes, scientifique. There is a F. Fic. But in English, there is no F. scientist. So scientists, they think in terms that they think that light is in space by doing this experiment, but it's not in space, it's in time. It cannot work. That's why they get particle patterns, because they block one slit with a detector. And they did tons of experiment like that. They did quantum eraser, which is they split the light into two beams of light that takes two different paths. And then one of those tests, the scientist said like it's retroactive, it goes back in time, and you can find on YouTube people who explain why it does not go back in time. The scientists didn't understood well, but the main thing is that it does not occur in space. This is problematic. It's on other. It's in this time field. It go through the time field and it's vanished from this from space. But I think both time field and space, like the quantum, the curvature of time by Einstein, the curvature of time space by Einstein, explained. So Einstein said the gravity deformed space, and he had no proof of it. So his calculation, the math he did, he arrived to the conclusion that gravity should bend space. And there was another scientist called Eddington. His name is his full name Eddington. There's a movie, is Einstein and Eddington, with Andy Serkis and Doctor Who. One of the Doctor Who. What is his name? Andy Serkis and David Tennant. So Eddington. What is the full name of Eddington? It's another scientist who read Arthur Stanley Eddington, who read or heard about the theory of Einstein about the curvature of space-time, and he said, well, I know how to prove it. Because when you have an eclipse of the sun, the moon is in front. It hides the halo of this, like the halo of the sun that the sun usually have, disappear. And if it properly disappear, as I think, he says, well, we will see the stars behind it if it bend the space. And in fact, he took a photo of this, and he saw that the stars behind the sun were bent by the gravity of the sun. Like without the moon, they were farther away. No, they couldn't see. Without the sun and the moon, they were further away. But when they could see, because now the moon was diminishing the halo of the sun, the same stars were closer together where the sun was. And that's how he confirmed that the theory of Einstein, the curvature of space-time, really curved the space. But it's similar to the idea that I said the other time. If there is no sun there, Space is like that. You have coordinate there at the point of the 4 arrows I'm drawing. They share the same coordinate, they point toward the same coordinate in space. And when there's matter in there, matter start to pushing the arrows away from each other. And there are other arrow, like there are many. Like let's say they all point at the same exact point in 3D dimension. And as mass appear in this spot, they all are pushed away, but they stop pointing at the same coordinate. They start pointing at a different coordinate, and it creates an elastic effect of space there. And this elastic effect is curving like that, and you are there on Earth in this elastic effect. Space being pushed and squashed. It's similar as I said, you have a paper. You have a piece of paper, make it big, like that. Piece of paper, and you start tearing a hole in it, like that. Tearing a hole. But the hole does not remove paper, it just pushes paper on the side there. So but now it's in reality with matter, it's a 3D plane. 3D plane, 3-dimensional plane like that. The 3D plane like that. And you are pushing, you're making a hole in both, and they both pushes the matter, the space away. And space is not really like a paper, it's more like it does not tear, it stretches like an elastic. Can I do this? Better. Like little ripples of space-time, and they measured this ripple. So some theorists thought that maybe there is ripples of space-time coming from big black holes and other explosion and other stuff in the in the universe, and scientists found a way to measure those ripples with complex system of really complex system of measuring something I don't remember exactly, but I'm sidetracking. I won't say the rest. The list I have, because I want to start programming now. Let's do this. The bed, wakefulness restore, and so on. 2 hours, and it was very hot outside. Fainted. I tried to drink a lot, but I think the air was too hot. Yesterday there were no clouds. Was it yesterday? Yesterday there were no clouds, but it was less hot. The sun was hotter on the skin, but today there were clouds and the air was hotter. The sun hit was less intense because of the clouds, but the air around was hot, and I think that's more dangerous almost sometimes because it makes you sweat more and lose water faster. So I don't know if it felt like dehydration, but I kept drinking in the whole way. Sure. Yes, it's there. Currently, it's the season of heat waves in northern hemisphere. Okay. Okay. So I renamed a couple of things. I'm doing my unit test on off stream, and I'm new to it, so I'm not ready yet. I don't know if I will do tutorial on it because it's very boring. It's very boring. There's automation. I can explain a bit. So the test you can do is unit test. The first one I would say is TDD, which is test-driven development. And TDD is that when you do a function and you create your function by injecting information into the variable and into the arguments to test you test all the cases. Like if you have a boolean in there, you test with false, test with true, and every variable you test different values. As you build your function, you test different arguments, like you make a null, you test a null argument, you test an argument with something else and something else. You test every case you could have, and you build your function. This is TDD. It's not an automation test. It's separate from unit test and regression test and integration test and functional test. So next one is unit test. It's more similar to TDD, but unit tests, you can add them to an automation. You can make a script that will check your commits and run the unit test. And it's similar where it's testing the different values into your functions. I'm not yet completely sure of it, but it's somewhat what I understood so far. It's similar to TDDs, except that you don't build your function, you just test. You just make those automated tests to see if it still can. It's usually on maths function and you just test if the change you made, but it's not so good because there's regression tests which are more about did your changes broke the function, because regression is like a regression of something prior to what you have just implemented. The other test is the integration test, is when you have a new feature against another feature and you want to see if they integrate well together, and you make tests between those two features. I think that's what I understood from it so far. And functional test is more like in the game, in the physics of the game, in the what is functional. Like there are functional tests in, but you need a level usually with functional tests. You need to create a level, and in the level you do the. It's more like physical, but you don't need physics. You just need to create the level, spawn the player, do an action, and see if the action work, and so on. But in Unreal, you have functional tests you can do in Blueprint, and you can move the character, like pick up an object, jump on something, and see if he's at the right place at the end. Then he passes the test. That way, it's similar to regression tests, where an integration test too, where you can check if your new changes, your new feature have broken something. So if eventually like you change something that touched the pickup the interaction system, and it breaks the character going up on something, picking an object that is close to another object that is interactable, then so that the feature you just implemented might have modified something that breaks this test that previously worked. That way, yeah. That's why I want absolutely to have those tests, because I have so many time where I implement something and I cannot test every feature I had that I cannot remember. I don't want to make a list and verify everything every time I had something. So I prefer to do automation tests that run automatically for me. Check if something broke from my last changes. It's like that in every, not only when you're alone, especially when you work with many people. I did saw them when I worked as an artist. We had the place where I worked. They used Jenkins to monitor the result, and it was on the screen, and we could see the build being completed, and if it fails, we see it was red, and we could go close and see the name of the person who broke it, and you could see if you broke it yourself. And it's normal to see your name, like everyone does. So usual, but we at my job we laugh it up. Like me and my colleague, we were like, "Oh, go check who broke the, go check who broke the last build." And when someone say that to you, you feel like, okay, it's me. Yeah, we both did say that to each other with a smile. Okay, let's do this. So rename. Let's go over the renaming fast. Pick up the tags. I had to rename it interact tab tags. Pick up messages. I had to rename it interact messages. This is for the files, but for the variable and function, all the tags now with the messages, as you will see, have been renamed. This is not useful anymore. Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is the message. It's not in this file. It's just this file is touched by this the message system, which is in the interact range message, and this is it. Are you? I cannot see it because it's there, but it was named pickable actor and instigator actor. So I renamed them interactable and interactor. To me, even though it's not a good English, it's easier, faster for me to differentiate. Which is able, interact able, which are everything that could be interact with, and interactor is everything that interact with interactable. Like human being are interactor, players usually, I mean by human beings, and they are not interactable yet. It will be a different something. Maybe I could reuse this. And put human when I would want a player-to-player interaction. It's possible that the player become an interactable, so that one player like interact with another player, for instance, trucking, giving an object, things like that, exchanging object. We will see at that moment. Save. Interactor component a ton. The tags for the debug draw. The sphere we see, it's a debug draw. They have tags. I just changed to everything that was pick up become interact. Try interact instead of try pick up, and that's it. It's just everything that is pick up is removed except for one file that I'm not sure yet. I will rename, and it's pickable interface, which calculate the size of the character versus the size of the object to see if they can pick it up. So the human being will be able to pick most of the stuff that the Elfrey won't be able to pick. Like the big object, like a bottle for human being. An Elfrey is too small for picking up a bottle and stuff like that. But I could rename it interactable interface. The other one, it's a component. This one is an interface. What else could it be? It's the thing is that that's applied to things that are pickable. But there are things like now I'm doing the bed. The bed is pickable. We will see as we go. We will see as we go. Let's compile to see if anything broke. Yeah, my voice is fine.
Learning game dev. He too says what version of UE5.
5.8. Oh my goodness, what is happening? I'm lagging. I just got a big lag. I need to close some stuff here. 5.8. If the lag cut me off. Learning game dev. You want to see some stuff with the gas system. Usually on this series people come up with for the gas system. Okay, so the only thing we have to modify.
Learning game dev. V2 says, how does your project look? How far are you into it?
It looks like I have a scene with blockout, characters moving, some interaction with object, day and night cycle, and online connection. Yeah, that's it so far. I can press play to see. But
Morning game dev V2 says, actually, I have a plugin. I was hoping you could try.
Oh yeah? What's your plugin? Maybe it could fit my development, but too much renaming done. It broke it. I will open my other.
Running game dev V2 says it's like a framework. As loading screen, dialogues, notifications, some core stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I already have loading screen, dialogue. Is it in C++? Also trying. I'm not sure if I could. If I could if I could use it fully.
Learning game dev D2 says yes.
If I could use it fully, maybe, but trying, I don't have enough time. Everything I do is like on my schedule, and I'm trying to remove as much as possible. Like I cannot really try it. Sadly. But yeah, it's a good idea to go on YouTube and propose it to people. Oh yeah, both of them are broken. I'm on the same.
Learning game dev He2 says, I get it. No worries. You can honestly have it running in like 2 min.
Well, you can give a link, but I might give a check offline, off stream, if you are willing to. I could go check your channel if you want. Maybe I will find it. YouTube Studio. Content 5. The chat. You live broadcast. Learning game dev. Channel activity. How can I go on your channel from there? Always a piece of cake to go to channel. There we go.
Learning game dev Guy 2X says, I know this is a sketchy approach. Been trying most of the day with live game dev streams. Just looking for some honest feedback.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not so sketchy. It's a good way to even for, well, usually for game people go to streamers. It's a good way to expand. It's just that on your channel there's nothing. So do you have a link or something? I don't think you can put the link here. Content, live stream. Well, if you put the link, I will pick it up. Let's continue. So there's a ton of bug I need to debug now. Just a zip.
Learning game dev Guy 2X says just a zip. I know. Do you have like a Discord or something?
Yeah. I am not on Discord a lot. I might have lost my connection. Let's see. Been a while since I've connected to Discord. My God. It's REMEMI. Why does it hide it? Why does it hide it? Can I copy it somewhere? Yeah, there we go. Pasted it.
Gavin.Hendesis says Remy 7872.
Okay, let's continue there. So there's a couple of bugs to debug. Just put it back where it was. Just like that. Okay. Where are the bug? Rebuild again. Oh my. I think I will take a break because it will be long. I'll be back in less than 15 minutes, I guess. I'll be right back. and back. There we go. Well, I didn't receive anything, did Mr. Learning Game Dev. Anyway, if you look back at this video, I already have a couple of feedback, which is make a video on your channel about your plugin, have a place where you can showcase it, because like that it's someone coming online with no channel with a zip file. Yeah, this is sketchy. Like the approach of going on a live stream is fine, but if you add video, a trailer, a demonstration with something already, like showing that you do this, you are serious, in the sense that it's been a long time you worked on it, you have a picture on your YouTube.
Learning Game Dev he too says I know. I know.
But the act of coming on the chat, that's not sketchy. That's fine. That's really fine. But if you have like a picture trailer or anything like showcasing on your channel, that's less sketchy. Like someone coming and giving a zip, and you don't know what's there, what's in there. Go. Okay, so a ton of bug because of the renaming, and that will be boring. So the PCH that precompile headers. What's wrong with that? I won't follow this. It's better to check. Go up to the first one. Oh, pick up. Yeah, there's still some rename that Visual Studio did not catch. Interact. Oops, I fix.
Learning Game Dev Geek 2 says it's just a bunch of subsystems. I couldn't send to you on Discord, so I checked the link in your description and saw your Git. You look like you are well beyond needing a plugin like mine.
Yeah, I already have UI layering and interaction. It's just a blueprint because I did it for a job and it was a tutorial. But I think I will do a series on converting it in C++, because yeah, blueprint are going away, and I like to update to Unreal 6. I would like to, but yeah, Unreal 6 will still have blueprints. It will be deprecated for a couple of years, and it could be completely gone like in almost a decade. So yeah, it won't be fast. As usual, deprecated feature can take a long time to go completely. So yeah, the renaming missing there. Right. Next one. The spec. Oh, the renaming. It will all be renaming stuff that Visual Studio missed. What is interact? Right. Go.
Learning game dev key to access. That's awesome. I did a local player subsystem for service provider channels and instantiate under classes that can be replaced. The course pure C++.
Yeah.
Learning game dev key to access. I have an additional content plugin to show simple implementations.
As an item to pick, did I? Yeah, it's to interact with. Direction. Yeah, there's no ton. I guess it's almost all there. Back. It's all there. Is it the old version? Where is the file? Okay, it's the old version. And when I will merge. Okay, no, it's testing framework. It's not the old version. So I will just search pickup. This one is interaction. Oh, it's not much more interaction. P? I hope. Okay, let's see. It will probably still have some, but most of them gone. Oh, it worked. So renaming is done. Just a last checkup with the running, and I will commit this.
Learning game dev. D2X says, how long have you been working on this project?
About a year. And yeah, it was a rough path at first because I lost the project about like 4 months in, and I had to redo a lot of it by checking my own tutorial. Yes, but yeah, a lot of it was I was not as serious as now. I didn't have a schedule until about 6 months. I would say. I don't have the exact date, but about 6 months ago, I started to make to prepare my project management stuff and calendar and stuff like that. Before that, it was just doing plugins and doing stuff by module just to have things that I could reuse later. But yes, 6 months ago, I thought I might speed things up a little bit and do like the minimal useful stuff at first. Where's the bug? Still some bug. Interaction. Let's check rapidly. No. Age. $19.
Learning game dev D2X says, I am having a hell of a time using and I set some values in my developer settings.
Why so? What's happening? Pickup. Tag pickup, it's interact. So this one didn't go through. Interact. Oops. No. It was a bad idea. Yeah, it's only those.
Learning game dev E2X says, I define a default manager class in the core module, but I want the content plugin to automatically set a new value. Does that make sense?
Another class in the core module. Why do you want to do that?
Learning game 52 we had a word steady say equals main menu mat equal fence above s main menu above a lot main menu low game mat equal fence above s met holding a one that is
Okay. You want to make to put your test level. Does not work. What happened there? Miracle. More than that. Oops.
learning game dev. K2X says the core is all the base classes, no content, like widgets for loading screen. The content should automatically set a new BP subclass.
Should automatically set a new blueprint subclass. But it cannot have blueprint because where's the core? It's in the engine. Does the core have a U plugin file? Because I know what it reminds me of is that in U plugins file, it's where you set where it can have content. Maybe that's why you cannot have your BP subclass there. I'm not sure. Because this in core would be set to false. Would be named as subject to interact with, but I don't want to make the variable name too long. Why this one doesn't work? That name anymore. Interactable. Yeah, Virtual took the spec file as a valid symbol to rename everything. Okay, this one is wrong. Component.
Learning game dev key to access what kind of game are you working on?
It's a survival crafting game. You are like a very small character in a big house. Little elves living in the walls and the floors, trying to survive and steal food. Steal food, avoid human contact. So this one is not right, it's the interactor.
Learning game dev key to access Obi survival is my jam. Sounds like the borrower's movie.
Yes, exactly. The borrowers. It's inspired by the borrowers. That yeah, you spot on. You are spot on. Right away to the.
Learning game dev key to access your age and yourself.
Why? Because of the borrowers. I yeah, I had when I was young, I knew the borrowers from a series. It's on YouTube. No, not
Learning
the
game
most
dev
recent.
key to access yes.
Not the most recent one. This series with Bilbo. Bilbo. Yeah, when I was young, I watched this in French on television. I didn't like the movie. The movies. The movie. There was one movie with. There's another series more modern. I didn't like it neither. I watched it on YouTube too. And of course, Ariete from Ghibli Studio. Ariete Ghibli Studio.
Learning game dev key to access I never seen the show, only the
Oh.
movie.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie so much. But this one is the best. It's from Ghibli Studio. They have a way of with cottagecore themes, cottagecore aesthetic. Okay, what's going on now? Okay, just a few. Oh, it's in interactable proximity. This is not their name. Director component. Let's search it. Oh, a directable proximity. If I copy and paste, it should find it. Is it a friend class? Spec is there. Okay, there was a typo. Okay, every typo out. 2. There we go. Now it should work, and we should see the gameplay. Oh no, another error. Oops. What? Didn't I rename this? Okay, it's another faulty. Oh no, don't build. Don't build. There we go. Now it should work. Yeah, the character is botched. My character would be botched because I didn't finish. I will restart it eventually, but yeah, the neck is cut. There's a hole in the neck. I was studying metahumans at that time, and I was not on schedule. But eventually, I will redo the characters. They are cat. I put like I made them with feline traits. I don't know if I will change it in the new version.
Learning game dev Gitulak says your naming conventions are interesting. Does it mean boo?
No, it's a member variable. It's when, yeah. This is a test. Usually, I wouldn't name it for another file, but test, it's not. It's fine. But member variable is every variable in your class. It's not the same convention as Unreal, but usually, like in many places, they use this prefix for variable of a class. It's just to differentiate them when you are in your code. You can see them more easily, but Unreal you will see like your bool like that. Now I know when I see that this is from Unreal, it's not mine. And if I see a M prefix, I know it's from my class just by looking, because there's M. But I do some exceptions. Like when I see them in editor, I will use capital, because in editor M is not very fun to see. A little prefix M. It's not very elegant. But yeah, when like I said in my test, I saw it, but usually it wouldn't
Learning game
appear.
dev Gitulak says so do you have no prefix on locals?
Well, Those are my member variables are the local variable. It's it's a local variable. In my blueprint, I don't use this. In the blueprint, yeah, I don't use this naming convention. Only in C++. Because it didn't occur to me that I had to make the difference really fast with local variable yet. Maybe it could, but I didn't experience it. I have more experience with C++. C++ because in school we didn't. I asked my teacher to teach us Unreal like the whole year, and they only teach
Learning game dev.
Unreal.
E2 says, are you the programmer by trade?
By trade? What does it mean by trade? Sorry, I'm not English. Meaning professional. I have a diploma in game programming, but I never been hired yet. So it's I finished school a year and a few months ago. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't search for a job in the industry for programming. I did work professionally as a generalist artist generalist before going to school in programming. And I used Unreal a lot as a game. It was not a game studio where I worked. It was a surgical simulation, but they used Unreal Engine to make the surgeries. So it was very similar to game development, but it was not. It was like level based, with the points and stuff like that, but it was not a game as such. It was for student and medicine. Okay, so let's play. Let's play this. Oh no, what's happening there? What broke here? On name? Oh, I changed the name. Try interact. There we go. Okay. I use I don't know if you know GASP, game gameplay or game animation. Yeah, game animation sample project for the movement. So it can climb, and it's not the same as the mannequin. It's more a bit more advanced than a bit, yeah. It's much more advanced than the mannequin. You can slide on the floor. It's still it's not it's still experimental, I think. It's made by Unreal, though. So yeah, that's pretty much. I have a sky with Celestial Vault, which is another plugin in. Um,
Learning game dev. V2 says that's cool.
Thank you. Celestial Vault is an extension of day sequence. It both are made by Unreal. They are experimental
Learning game
plugins.
dev. V2 says I do know gas.
Okay. So yeah, the sky is a Celestial Vault. I could make it faster. Like 30-second or a minute or something. It's really cool. It was worth installing it. I need to go fast. Yeah, sometimes the hands don't fall at the right place. Because now the sun is going really fast, it will be night soon. Oh, damn it. It's completely dark. To go out fast. Oh, the moon. By the window. So, there.
Learning game dev. V2 says I'm doing an art test prototype and did a simple world time manager. No date tonight though.
Yeah, I did too with this one. The day and night is really just the day sequence plugin and Celestial Vault. Celestial Vault allow you to have a custom star system, but I didn't. I did use only the default star system, which is our star system with the moon and I think there's the usual constellation. I'm not sure. But you can put your own constellations for your game. Especially useful for RPGs and fantasy games. The moon has its crescent. As you can see, it's really cool. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so now everything is renamed. I can start implementing the sleeping stuff. And sleeping stuff is in Did I commit? No. It's interactor component. it's here. So on the server, it destroyed the object. I need to implement the bed. And to do that, I will need to redo this function. And the first thing I see there is a pickable interface, which is only for things that can be picked up. And the bed will be pickable. Yes. But I just want to do the sleeping first. I want to focus on the sleeping. So this one will stop being guard close. So I will remove it from the guard closes. Return. I will return. And remove the negation. Becomes
Learning game dev. P2 says good luck with your project.
Thank you. You too. And if you happen to have a presentation on your YouTube, you can come back. I will check it up. Thank you. So now on pickup, pickable. What was this one? I need a refresh. I want to see the return for this one because no, I don't need.
Learning game dev. P2 says thank you.
Okay, this is the Hunger Explorer. Pickable interface. So here are the action. Use the size. That's why I don't like to code in live stream because usually the last live stream I did, the last couple I did code off stream and shown the difference, but now I need to get used to back. I need to get used to it again because it helps me focus. Focus in the sense that it helps me not being distracted by YouTube or movies that I'm watching at the same time, or people on Facebook or chat. But chat, yeah, it's fine on my stream. So here there will be the sleeping stuff. So this pickup is fine. The logic should be pick up. It's just where it's called here. It should be moved in pickable. Item destroy too. And now I do interface for sleeping or the thing is, let's see where I use this. Did I automatically add it to? I think I add the pickable manually. It's not hard coded. So if I look at the class character component, there is no creation of pickable. If I do global search, yeah, I do it manually, which I don't like because manually is that the issue with it is that when I create a new object, I need to remember that I need to add this interface. I'm already done with going back to the toilet and taking another break already. Damn it. So an interface. I don't like to have to add it. So if I make it automatic, pickable interface needs to move inside this one. Except if I made the pickable interface an interactable interface too, and the sleeping gullets in there. Now it changed everything. Do I want multiple interfaces? Yes, if I don't have to put them manually, and I can hard code them, hard code the implementation of the interface on the object in code. Hard code in code. Hard coded in code. Maybe a little break to think about it, and I'll come back in less than 15 minutes. Sorry. Mhm. I didn't reflect upon what to do. I just forgot and played with the dog a bit because the dog is very hyper happy when she sees me, and I was unable to resist. Um, and I forgot what I was thinking about. I, I forgot that I had to reflect upon the choices. The thing is that I like that the logic is restricted to one function. Because now I know like everything that's about picking up an object is in this function. But it's not the right name because it's hunger stuff. It will be eating object on eating up item on player eating item. Or eating interactable. Item is shorter. I could say like interact on interactor eating interactable, but it will always be. Will it always be a player? Who has player? Yes, there it is. Item. Come on. Visual Studio and his majestic movement. So this is speakable interface. This is not a good name. I should rename this interface. Hmm. You you shall always check the renaming because sometime it will rename the engine. It will rename Unreal itself. So the logic is there for it eating. So it will be easier to understand that with this name. Destroy could be inside this one and adding item there because this is an act of eating. Yeah, it's not defined yet. The eating process is like just a placeholder. Just destroy there is just a placeholder. Do I use multiple interface? No, because the size. Maybe I could ask AI. Let's see what it would say. Let's use its brain muscle power. Claude. Efficient, fast, quick answer. Efficient. Max and thinking. Should I do a multiple interface for all types of interactions like eating, sleeping? What else could there be? Holding. Taking holding with a slash. See, it's the same thing maybe. Taking. Walking. Exchanging. Trucking. How do you say that? When a player actually trucking does not compute. Crossing. Fuck with the U. Let's search if the definition for that. Trucking is the present particle of participle and gerund form of verb truce. Okay, it's trucing. It means to suspend hostility. It's not a trucing. In French, it's truc with a C, OC, a lingui. Bartering. In French, it's TROC, trucking. Économie de troc, barter economy. Commerce de troc, barter trade. Faire du troc, barter. To barter. Faire du troc. Barter. I already know it was barter, but I never use it, so it's vanished from my translation brain. Like we are not in the 1700 anymore. There's when you learn history in high school in Canada, and there's a whole story of people coming from Europe here and doing bartering, and like it's a big part of history class, the bartering of Fuhr and feutre. What is feutre? I know that when I will read the word feutre in English, I will know. I already know what is the translation, but we are not in 1700. Felt. Lingui. Feutre. Felt. Oh, it's not that. Feutre. It's not the same. It's not the feutre as a pencil. It's Not fur as a pen. It's fur, the hat, like the texture of the hat, the material they made hat with. Chapeau. French. A hat is a chapeau. Chapeau en feutre. Chapeau en feutre. Felt hat. Oh, so it's the same name as a marker. Felt. Maybe the substance in the marker is felt. That's why it's called fert in French and felt in English. Both of them for the pen. So it's the same. And it's made from animal product. And there was a lot of trade in Canada when people came from Europe there. They were doing bartering felt and fur and animal product. And like the first story you hear is the we call them coureurs des bois. Coureurs des bois. Coureurs des bois. In French Canadian. And those guys were come from Europe and they were friends with natives, and they did there was a whole section of history which is the la traite des fourrures, the fourrure. In English is fur trade. A whole part when you learn history in Canada. So it's also in northern Europe, not Europe, but Eastern Europe. This is what you learn in history in Canada, and they do the felt at felt at. There, I'm just here, Montreal, and there was a lot of those places where hunter came to sell their fur. The trade places that looked like that, and they were coming from hunting and just selling their fur. And what I wanted to see, what is the name? Trade des four trade. Fur trade. Coureur des bois. Yeah, it's like early French Canadian guys that went down. They lived down to before that they lived down. More than that. Well, France. It's down to Louisiana. Like that's why in this place in America, they still some people still speak French in Louisiana and Creole and French because French we had this territory at the beginning, and there were coureurs des bois. And what is a coureur des bois in English? Coureur des bois. A coureur des bois, runner of the woods. I think in the movie with there's some in the movie with DiCaprio. There are some bear. He hides in the bear. The Revenant. there are French Canadian actors in this movie playing Coureur des Bois, woodrunners. I think, if I remember well, and they are known here. Those guys are known here. They are famous French Canadian actors. And they have like very short roles. They are not even on the main list of casting. Marie Parent. This sounds very French Canadian. Denis Villeneuve is French Canadian.
Learning Game Dev Key 2X says there are not a lot of UE5 led streamers right now. I'm back.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm about to go soon. That's bad. Oh, this is a French rapper. I don't know this guy though, but I'm pretty sure he's either a French or French Canadian actor. Yeah, there's so many, too many. Let's go back to the good stuff. Yeah, I was trying to decide could I have multiple or just multiple interface for interaction or just one. Just one. Doing all of them. My guess is multiple would be better. I forgot to give it using gas. I have some gas. Gameplay ability system. There we go. Yeah, it's almost midnight. Usually I don't go further. Trying to sleep early. I play a
Learning
little
Game Dev Key 2X says even if you just review the code without trying it.
Do you have a repo? GitHub? Azure DevOps, Kohlberg, a public repo? Just the zip. Did you? Because I'm going real soon, I will play a little game. I always play a little game before I go. Did you find my Discord? No, I didn't get you.
Learning Game Dev Key 2X says be RD 2002 Atom Framework sample.
What is this? Is it a Git or Discord? Oh, it seems to be a GitHub.
Learning game dev V2 access GitHub.
Okay. What is your background in programming? I cannot access it. Did I write it wrong? So like that usually. Maybe it's private. Let's see. Just here. Okay. Was the Atom framework? Yeah, I think it's private. Okay, no, it's there. So there's nothing. Maybe in a branch? No. There you go. You didn't push? There's only 2 commits.
Learning game dev V2 says that's the old one.
Okay, you have one. Maybe it's private. You didn't put it public. Oh, you used Dear I'm QA. I use this too. This UI API. Okay. Well, tell me. Just need to go with this further down. Did I have? Um, UI pickable interface. This one is hitting on my nerve because I want to know that it's an interface. And interface. This. Uh, no. Yes, 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 yes. I. So it should be multiple. So it should be interface.
Learning game dev G2X says it's public now. Download the zip.
Okay. Where is it? There. The old? Okay, it's just you just put the zip in release? No. There's nothing in. Last year. Yeah. Well, I will give you some time, but I'm going to start to play real soon. But you have time. Don't worry. You can come back tomorrow if you want.
Learning game dev G2X says code download zip.
Code. Which one? So I guess it's this one because it was not there earlier. But code. Okay, download zip. But it will be a README. It will be a README. Yeah, it's just a README. So when you do.
Learning game dev G2X says there's more in it.
Yeah, but what I see is just really just a README. What you see in there is what will be downloaded in there.
Learning game dev G2X says WTF. Learning game dev G2X says thanks
look,
for
when I
trying.
go in there, in your zip, it's really just the README. You have to push your changes, but I can see that you have other stuff there. You know how to push. So if I download the zip here, what will be in the zip is what is in there. Like that. But your atom is empty. There's nothing. It's the last commit was last year, 1 year ago.
Learning game dev G2X says sorry, I made the wrong one public. Learning game dev G2X says Atom framework sample.
Okay. Oh, it's a zip. Why did you do this? Why you do this? Weird. Yeah. Why to do this? Uh. Okay, I have some code there. So Atom Core, what is the main feature? Oops.
Learning game dev key to access the subsystems.
What is the main goal of the plugin? Is to have multiple manager for the UI, the notification, as you said, the loading, the input, dialogues, audio. Okay. There's no genre, some kind of special way to use them. It's just the subsystem to interact with each other. Uh, okay. Well, it looks fine. I'm not a senior. I'm still a junior in game programming. It's I'm out of school a year ago and a bit more. I don't have professional experience, but yeah, professional senior will be harder than me. What is your experience in coding? Do you have a diploma? Did you work somewhere? Okay, there. So you get the settings. Seems to be you need. I mean, it seems you seem to be knowledgeable so far. Data.
Learning game dev key to access I do get the hidden. My
Okay.
programming and industrial automation. This is a hobby.
Okay. Data. Okay. All the private there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not used to do review, code review like that. The thing with UI, um, with hiding cursor, I don't know if I didn't check it. Uh, there's often they do like a layering system with UI. I don't know if you did that because sometimes well with UI there are stuff you don't want to be in front of the HUD, and sometimes you have like you open the character uh, information and you open the bag of the character over the and you have a layering
Learning
and you
game
have
dev
the
G2X
menu.
says fire new project and follow those 10 steps you can see it in action.
Yeah, I won't implement it. I won't maybe on my off stream as I said, but yeah, I want to implement it. I it's time for me to start my gaming session because it's too much. Yeah, it would be way better to have a demo like a video.
Learning game dev G2X says cool, thanks.
Like a video, it's faster. I don't have to do much. You can check other plugins how they do. They do like the best selling plugins. It's really that's what you want is to get people to buy it eventually. If you are serious about it, compare yourself to other plugin makers and the best one. That's yeah, that's my 2 cents. It's the same thing with portfolio, the same thing in art and programming. Yeah, in programming is not so much. You, at sometimes the portfolio can be a video because yeah, it's more telling, faster. Yeah, it's time for gameplay now. I'll be back tomorrow too. But yeah, I don't think I will implement. It's too much time. But not time, but too much an interruption for me. Like if you had a video, I would play it completely. I'm not sure if what is your goal. Do you plan to sell or you just wanted code review? So let's go. Where were we? Making walls and preparing this. So it needs the little wheels. I was about to do above.
Learning game dev G2Luck says give back to the community. Help new devs get projects going faster. Maybe fab eventually.
Okay, that's yeah. I understand your plugins seems to be very helpful for that. Like to have a subsystem already done. But yeah, if you aim to, yeah, I don't know, yeah, if you aim to, if you did that for me to use it, yeah, it's too much. I like to have my own stuff because I can modify it. Because I know it. When you do it, you know it better. And I have a UI layer tutorial. I didn't do it. I follow it, and it was very good, but it was in widget, which is not always fast. I don't know how fast is it, or it was in blueprint and widget, so maybe it's not perfect. And blueprint are going away anyway. So I might translate it in C++. Uh, yeah, I need to do the little squiggle. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Um, the the electricity first. Little road. Now we do the gears here. Run gears. And we bring the iron gears down here. Damn it. Yeah, I blocked my road. Oops. I don't have enough copper. What's happening to the copper? This guy is stealing everything. There we go. Oh no, this guy. There we go. There we go. More copper for me. Now I need to split the copper. No, it's long. Okay, let's continue this one then. I might need to remove those two and move them up. This one goes underneath the floor. Like that. And a little turn. There we go. This one is coming with us on the other side. Come on. Oh, it's too long. There we go. big road. Remaining. Yeah. They ready. So everyone's ready. The blue one. So if I made the blue one, I would want to continue face the sometimes it's better to stop this. Stop this, all of this. Just do the yellow one first. Then override them later on. Red ones. Okay, so if I did that, or yeah, no. Yeah, no. What does it need? Do greeny stuff. It needs the floor belt and the yellow arm. It's time to go. And the little buddies. Not enough buddy. You do yellow first. Faster. And then red. And red. No. Oh, not red. So it needs the yellow arm and the yellow road. What does the yellow arm, yellow road need to start the day? This need, this F, this O, this B, and the other one, the road the belt. This. So the greening stuff. What the greening stuff need? The board. This and this. This and this and that. So I don't have the little. This one is the first one we need. Can make some here. I don't like that. Okay. Bring this. No. How can I do this? There we go. It's a spaghetti. It's bad, but we deal with it. So we need to do the little wiggle people. So there's rock in there. There's rock in my bumbo. Why is the rock there? There's a rock in there. puts a rock in there. Maybe it's me. Okay. It's time to go. Continue this another day. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Hey, why is my microphone still on?